Hello, I would like to welcome you all today to a short but potent practice. My name is Joy Lambert, and I am an American living in the Netherlands. And I have a master's in artistic anatomy, and I have been practicing yoga every day or daily since 2013. I'm interested in yoga's therapeutic health benefits. And today we're going to focus on activating the fifth or throat chakra, which with regular practice can have a therapeutic effect on the thyroid gland. This is an efficient practice that you can do whenever you can squeeze it into your day. As you enter our yoga space, please take a mat, have a seat, and take a moment to settle into a comfortable cross-legged position. If you want to sit up on a blanket, please feel free to do so. We're going to focus on the fifth chakra by learning plow pose. And the benefits, some of the benefits of plow pose are it should have a calming effect on you. It should stimulate the abdominal organs and thyroid. It can reduce stress and fatigue, and it can also have a therapeutic effect if you have problems with your back, lower back, headaches, insomnia. We also need to be careful to consider, are you experiencing health issues that perhaps would stop you from doing this pose? And some of those health issues might be if you have high blood pressure, if you're menstruating or pregnant, that's not a health issue. However, you should avoid doing this pose. So as everyone is getting settled, I'd like to ask, does anyone have a reason, any health issues or injuries that I should know about before we start? Please raise your hand. During this practice, we need to listen to our bodies and not overextend ourselves. If at any time during the practice you need to rest, please take a restful pose like child's pose, for example. To help you, I will make corrections as needed during the class for those who are comfortable with this. If you're not comfortable with a physical correction, please raise your hand now or go ahead and put your water bottle on the right-hand side of the mat. And if you don't have a water bottle, I have a few extra bottles here. Does anyone need a water bottle? So we're going to use our water bottles as visual cues. Okay, so now that we're all comfortable, let's sit up tall. Roll your shoulders back, belly in, pelvis in, and breathe deeply in and out through the nose. Close your eyes if you're comfortable with this. Breathe in for 2 counts and out for 4 counts. We're going to repeat this twice. Let's start. We're going to breathe in for 2. Feel your chest expand. Your belly, feel your belly expand first. Hold, 1, 2, and then breathe out for 4. You can go ahead and breathe out through your mouth, and as you breathe out, we should feel a little bit more relaxed. Let's do it again. In for 2. Hold. Out. Breathe in for 2. Hold. And out for 4. What is your intention for today's practice? Today I'm looking for peace of mind. I'd like to calm my thoughts. Take a moment to consider what intention might serve you today. We're going to breathe in through the nose, extending your lower belly. We're going to count to 3, and then we're going to breathe back out. While we do this, I'd like you to think of your intention. For me, it's peace. So I'm going to breathe in, hold, and out. Let's repeat. In. And out. Great. Let's start our warm-up. So now we're going to sit on the mat. Extend your legs out. Here, I'll sit this way so that maybe you can see. I hope everyone can see that I have created a cross with my mats. This allows me to not have my legs on the floor if it's cold, that I find unpleasant. So we're going to start our warm up. So we're going to sit up straight, shoulders back, belly in, hands flat. Maybe I'll sit this way. Can everybody see me? Okay. I often do this with my legs. I like to shake my legs out because I really hold a lot of tension in my thighs and in my hips. So if you see me periodically shaking my knees up and down, that is a habit that sort of helps me remember to relax my torso. Okay, so we're going to breathe in again and out. And we're going to turn to the right and then to the left. That's one. And again, hold. Should feel a stretch here in your trapezius and your sternocleidomastoideus muscle that runs from the back of your neck, the base of your back of your head down to your scapula. That's two. And again. Oh, don't go fast. Slow is better. Breathe in and out. And then left. Again. Okay, so let's roll our shoulders a little bit here. Back and forward. Now, if you think, oh, why are we doing this? This is annoying. Can't we just get going? The warm-up exercises, for me personally, are equally as important, if maybe not more important, than the asana practice that follows. Because if I don't warm up, then I can't really do the asana practice. So let's do some toe bending. So we're going to point our, okay, this is tricky. Let me take myself. So now my feet are out. You all see my feet. So now I'm gonna bring my toes in, and I'm gonna leave my big toe up to the sky, and I'm gonna hold it there. And sometimes I have to grip it. And then find the position and then hold, and then I'm gonna open my toes, and then I'm gonna find that position again. I'm gonna help my feet, and I'm gonna hold them there, and then I'm gonna sit up straight with my shoulders back, and I'm gonna try and hold that toe tuck. Yeah, and then I'm gonna spread my toes, wiggle them, and then one last time together, toe to the air, up, sit up straight, pelvis in, hold. Okay, now I'm gonna point my toes out. My toes disappear because they're pointing out, and then they come up. And now you can see the base of my foot, and then out, and then up, and then out, and then up. And now, okay, no, that's not one. Now we're gonna rotate, so we're gonna put your knees together, feet together, and we're gonna make circles. Now, you're not seeing this so great, so I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop the video and I'm gonna reposition the camera. Okay, now I'll shift it around so that you can see my feet. So we're going to start again. Toes out. Well, not completely again. We're just going to do ankles out and back. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now start again, toe bending. I'm going to help my toes, and I'm going to hold 1, 2, and then toes out. And then I'm going to help it again, toes up, outside toes out, toes going up. And one last time. Again, hold. Ta-da! Okay, good. And then what do we need to do? Now we need to bend our ankles out. I just did that, sorry. Ankle rotations. So toes, ankles, no, 1, up, 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 forward, out, and up. And then rotate your ankles. And then opposite direction. Okay, so we're doing this twice. Good. So now we want to open our toes, and you want to carefully, before we do that, what we're going to do is we want to feet out again. See, I'm standing up nice, and I'm tall. I'm using my abdomens to keep me up. Yeah, and actually my shoulders help me, and I want to point my toes out, and then in, out, and then in, out. And then if you put your fingers here, right on your hips, you can feel that trochanter rotating in and out, and in and out, and in, or the femur actually is what it is. Trochanter's down here. It's the femur that's running in and out. Good. Now we're gonna bend our right knee, and we're gonna extend the knee up and down, and up and down, up, heel, out, out, down, out, and down. I lost count. Let's hold for 5, 4, stand, sit up straight, 3, 2, 1, other side, release gently, lay down, next side. We're also constantly thinking about our alignment, yeah? I'm straight, I'm kind of on a railroad track here. I'm not here, I'm not there, I'm not inside. It's important for you to always be thinking that even if you think, oh, this is the warm-up, it doesn't matter. We're trying to be mindful about where we are in space. So let's bring up the left knee, hand behind your knee, and we're going to extend up and down, and up and down, and up and down. I think that's fear. And 5, and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I find it kind of therapeutic to do this a couple of times, so I'm going to do this again, and I'm going to bend forward, and I'm going to touch my feet, and I'm just going to do the lazy man or the lazy lady extension, just to sort of feel in my lower back and the back of my knees, my hamstrings. I like them to stretch out. I like to move my feet around. But I'm gonna now we're gonna do this again. We're gonna do the knee extension again. 1, 2. Oh, and I tend to lean backwards. Let's watch that. Let's sit up straight. 3, 4, 5. More. And then we're gonna hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Use your abdominal muscles to stay up straight. We're going to try it again. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to hold for 10 this time. Because my left side is tighter, so I'm going to hold it up there a little longer. Now we're going to start at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And back to staff pose. It's called staff pose, yeah? So I'm sitting up, and maybe I'm just gonna, stretch a little bit. And I have a little bit of a little slight problem with my thyroid, so, which is the reason why I did this practice. I set this up. It's a little painful for me to stretch up, I'm gonna move my jaw. Not too much, but enough. And then I'm gonna look down so I can feel a stretch to the back of my neck. And I'm gonna look up. Don't crunch the back of your neck. Think a little looking up and then hold. And you know what we're gonna do? Now, we're gonna do something also kind of fun and funny, because what's life without a joke? What's life without a little fun? So let's sit cross-legged. And we're gonna close our eyes and you're gonna look left. Actually, you're not just gonna look left, you're gonna, oh, that's my right, isn't it? Okay, I'm gonna close my eyes and I'm gonna look up here with my eyeballs. I'm gonna bring my eyes up here and then I'm gonna bring them down here without moving my head. Okay, ready? We're gonna do that 3 times. Look up, oh, close my eyes, and down. And then look up to the upper right-hand corner, and then look down to the left, and then look up to the right-hand corner, and then look down to the left. And now rest. Maybe you need to breathe. I feel like I need to breathe. I'm going to roll my shoulders again, because what is this all about? This is all about us getting ready. Oh, warming up a little bit. Maybe I'm going to do a little seated cat-cow here. A little seated cat-cow. Stretch, hands forward, abdominals in. And then let's do the opposite. Okay, now we're going back to seated easy pose, and we're going to look up and then down and then up and then down. Look with your eyes up to the left-hand corner and down and up and down. Take a breath. Don't forget to breathe, and then look right and look left and look right and look left and look right and look left. And then let's make a little circle just with your eyes, just exercising the muscles in our eyes. Now this can be a little bit of a brain squeeze. So now we're going to go back just with the eyes. And I'm using my finger to like lead me around. And now I'm going to stop. I'm going to turn the washing machine off. Okay, so we roll our hips out and we roll them in. Just going to do this again. Roll out, roll in, because now we're going to go to butterfly pose, which we roll our hips out and gently pull your right foot in as far as you can. If this is difficult for you, or you think, oh yeah, no, my body doesn't move that way, then let there be a space here in front of you so your feet don't touch, but one day they will. So whatever you can do is good enough for today. So if you want to, so we're gonna start in we're gonna do this first half butterfly. So there should be a nice amount of space between your pelvis and your feet. And when I do butterfly, I like to massage my calves and my ankles a little bit to loosen up a little bit here. Yeah. And then I sit up straight and I'm going to lean just a little bit forward. And I'm going to breathe. I'm going to hold here. I'm holding for 10. And now that's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let's pull them in a little bit as far as you can. If you have any pain in your knees or in your hips, stop where you are is good enough. I'm going to bring mine in. I'm going to sit up straight, and then I'm going to come down, maybe 2 hands on the ground, maybe further, extend as far as I can. I'm going to count to 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Okay. Come back up. Now I'm going to warm up my hands. Open, close, open, close. 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to make wrist circles. 5 times. 5. We're going to go this way. And now we're going to bend our elbows up and out. Touch your shoulders if you like. Out. Out. Simple movements, great for your joints. And now we're going to do the shoulder socket rotations. Up and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. And opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do gentle hands up, over, shoulders down. Move just a little bit. We're going to do a little bit of a bend here. If you can touch your toes, great. If you cannot touch your toes, you can get as close to your toes as is comfortable. And then I just want to stretch the back of my neck and the back of my pelvis. And I want to breathe. And I'm going to rub my toes. And speaking of the toes, I think we've forgotten something. So what we're going to do is we're going to gently bring in that bend the right knee, bring in your right foot, hold it here over your knee. I also have a little problem with circulation. Sometimes I can't feel my feet. So I do this all the time, watching a little bit of TV. I don't watch a lot of TV, but if I am sitting there, I like to pinch the ends of my toe, including my toenail, to increase circulation. And then I'm gonna put my fingers through my little toes, and we're gonna do this. We're going to pull them back and go forward and back and forward and back. And mine don't necessarily do it the best. I don't do the best job at this, folks, but I try. Back and forward. And then this part I can manage. Yeah. It's kind of hard to squeeze your toes like this. But then we're going to roll the ankle. And oh my, that feels lovely. Yes. Here I sit here all by myself. Blah, blah, blah. Oh no. I'm teaching a class, aren't I? There's lots of people around. Can I help anyone? Does anyone have any questions? No questions? Perfect. Okay, great. Now we're going to change to the other foot. And I like to do a little transitional bend there. Pull this leg out, toes between the toes. Fingers between the toes. And then push in and out. And in. Oh, what have I forgotten? My alignment. Oh, my alignment looks terrible. Okay, so this leg, this is important with the warm up as well. This leg is coming out. My foot comes up, pulls me strong. Other knee. Look, if you can't bend your knee, you can't get your knee here, ain't problem. Just put your foot down here in between, and that is good enough, my friend. But you do need to be able to put your fingers, or you need to try as best you can. So you might want to lie here. It's all good. Can you see that? Yeah, we can see that, can we? Down, 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 down. 5 times, and then I'm going to put it over here. And I'm going to roll that ankle, 2, 3, 4, 5. And guess what? We're almost done. We're going to do some cat-cows, and then we are going to get ready to rock and roll and do some shoulder stand and plow. And it's all going to be terribly exciting. Can't wait. Okay, so there we have it. And I find this a good time also to rub my feet. As I said, my feet need, sometimes my feet need waking up. Can't always feel them. So let's squeeze them and wake them up. Because I'm sure I'm not the only one with feet that you can see, but you cannot feel them. Okay, that's it. So here we go. Now I'm sitting up straight. Every time I sit in easy pose, it's not so easy because I gotta sit up straight. So now let's go into cat-cow. And I don't know what that is called in Hindi. Sorry, some of them I do, that one I don't. I should, but I'll look it up now. So here I am with my hands placed wide on the mat. Here, shoulder width apart, knees are in line. I can check this by doing this and think I am on a railroad track. Here, then I gotta kind of shift this so it's under the shoulders. And then we are going to go up, arch your back, And then suck it all in. There's one. And there's two. And hold. Ooh, that feels good. And there's three. Ooh, it feels nice. And then there's four. Oh. If you have any pain or discomfort, then don't overdo it. Don't overextend, because that is not what we are here for. Okay, I'm going to shift back here. And I'm going to sit here for a moment. I'm going to breathe in. Oh, that was breathing out, wasn't it? Okay, but I am going to breathe in now. Ready? Hold. 2, 3, 4, and okay, I think we're ready to move on. Okay, so here we are. And we are going to prepare to do plow pose. Please only do this pose if you have had no trouble with your neck. Yeah, we don't want to cause further damage, and we also don't want you to damage your neck while we're doing this. So you need to we're just going to observe for the first time around, because if you're in plow pose, you don't want to be looking around the room. So if I didn't mention it, I'm going to mention it now. We're going to use 2 blankets. Actually, I have a blanket and a towel. So you can have 2 blankets, 2 towels, or 1 blanket and 1 towel, which is what I'm doing. And what we're going to do is we are going to fold them like so. So they're kind of lined up. So we have a nice little edge here. We're going to do that. I'm going to do that now. I would like you to watch what I do. You can see that there's going to be here, there's like an edge in the towel and the blanket, nice little edge that I've lined up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this to the center of the mat, and I'm going to use this to pad the back of my neck. And as I said, I'm going to demonstrate the pose for you first, and then we're going to do it together. Okay. So here I go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to position myself here on the mat. My shoulders are going to be about 3 inches from the edge. And I'm going to start, not a plow, but I'm going to start with a bridge pose. So I want to align myself here. I want to think about my legs and my hips. And so if I put my hands up over my head, I'm going to come down. And when they come down, I'm going to bring my feet in. And I'm going to press my pelvis down because my back needs to be flat on the ground. And I'm going to push up with my hips. Yeah, into my low bridge. And we're going to breathe in and out. And we're going to hold here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. Yeah, good. And now we're going to do it again. Remember to really tuck your pelvis, bring your abdominals in, and use your hip bones to lead. And then this time I'm going to go a little higher. Chin to sky, chest to chin, chin to sky. Hands pressing into the mat. Yeah. Try not to tense your behind as much as possible. Use your abdominals to push you up, not your butt. Think about your alignment. If your alignment is not good, come back down gently and realign. How am I doing here? Because this is going to be important. This is how we're setting up for plow. Plow is going to target our endocrine system and thyroid. So here I'm going to go up again. Now this time, I'm really already gonna look up. Now I have a little pinchy here. And I'm gonna bring my hands together behind my back. Shift my shoulder blades in. Think about my alignment. And here I am. 1. Breathing in and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. And back down. And my pelvis goes up. My back comes down. Flat on that. Muy nice. Do it one more time at your own pace. Don't push it, don't overextend. Bringing my hands together, shoulders under my body, thighs engaged. Looking up, holding 2, 3, 4, 5. Hands go back down. And I remember back first and then pelvis. Okay, and now I'm gonna rest. Good. Now we're gonna go into plow. Now I'm getting ready for plow, and I'm thinking about alignment here. So I'm gonna do little stretches here. Left leg up, heel forward, and down, and up, and down, and up, and down. Now I'm gonna go into plow. And I bring my arms, my feet here, and shift up, and shift this under. Abdominals in. And I'm gonna hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now. I'm gonna slowly roll up. And I'm gonna bend forward as a counter pose. And come up. And now we're gonna try it again. Yeah? So now we're gonna do this together. And I'm going to talk you through it a bit more. So I've demonstrated the pose, and now I'm going to ask you all to get into the pose, to listen to what I'm saying, and then I'm going to offer some assistance by coming around the room. Now, this is a pretend situation, so I'm going to sit here. I'm not going to get up and walk around, but this is the plan for my class, and this is how I would do it. Okay, so I have some... I'm going to look at my iPad and let's get a little closer here. Okay, so here we go. Okay. Is everybody ready? So observe your alignment. Everyone should be lying down on your back with your legs bent, feet forward. We need alignment with the hips to the knees, yeah? And we're going to align our bodies for bridge pose. And I want you to lift one leg to the sky, with the other knee bent and the foot still on the ground. And now switch. You should be stretching the hamstring, back of the leg, engaging the abs. So let's do this for 3 times. Relax while you're doing this and listen to your breath. So I'm going to help you count. So right leg up, switch, left leg up, that's 1. Now switch right leg up, switch left leg up. That's 2. I'm going to do it again. Your own time, remember to breathe. Think about your alignment, correct your alignment if it's not the way it should be or it's not the way you feel comfortable. If you feel any pain, you need to stop. Realign. Okay, that's 3. Great. So now return to the bridge pose preparation. So which means bridge pose preparation is this. And you're on the mat with the shoulders about 3 inches from the edge of the towel or the blanket. So your head is down, my hips are aligned, shoulders, knees, and then we're gonna, so here I'm ready. I can easily do a bridge pose, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna bring my knees in, and I'm gonna roll over, and I'm gonna use my hands to support my back, and bring my elbows in to support me, legs over the head as much as I can, belly in. And I find this really hard to do and talk at the same time. So what you're gonna do is use your hands to support your butt and feel the deep stretch in your back. I want you to breathe deeply and try to relax, which is a very funny thing to say in such a position. I'm going to ask you to pay attention to your alignment. Yeah, think about, how do I feel? Does this feel? Do I feel pinches, weird things anywhere? If you do, stop. Roll back down. Put yourself back into the bridge position. Alignment is more important than anything. Okay. Once you feel comfortable up there in plow pose, now I'd like you to hold it for 30 seconds. So let's go ahead and do that. Please breathe deeply. And we're trying to stimulate the thyroid gland, which is here. So you want to think about that. How does that feel? Do I even feel anything? Maybe you don't feel anything at all now. Maybe this is the first time you're doing it. You're like just worried enough about okay, not flipping over. And that's also fine. So if you do it, go as far as you can. And let's see, a modification for this might just be something so simple as I'm here and I can't get my legs over there, so I'm just going to bend my knees and I'm going to stay here. And then I'm going to think about my thyroid gland. I'm going to bring my chin in a little bit, think about my thyroid gland, a little bit, feel my feet, and that's good enough. If you can, roll yourself over, shoulders in, yeah, torso up, and then here we're going to go back because it's plow, right? Don't look at my big fat belly. Ooh. Okay. 1. Oh, it's not easy to hold this for 30 seconds. I don't feel any strain in my neck. 2. For once. 3. I'm not going to count to 30 here, by the way, folks. Now, maybe what I'm going to do, I'm going to adjust myself a little bit. And maybe I'm just going to do it. Now, this is candle pose, or kind of moving towards candle pose. And when I do that, I can really feel my thyroid. Yeah. Here we are in plow. Now I'm gonna roll down. I'm gonna use my hands to roll down. Hands into the floor. There we go. Voila. Moi. Okay. Now let's do one more little bridge pose here. Up and down. Good. Now I'm gonna roll my side. I'm gonna push myself up. Okay. I'm going to come back here, and I'm just going to sort of roll my shoulders. I'm going to do a little neck roll here. And I'm going to think about how I feel. So now we're going to do a modified version of fish pose. And this will help us to open the chest, increase lung capacity, and it'll help us to feel grounded, and massage the thyroid. So if you're suffering from heart disease, high blood pressure, low blood pressure, avoid this pose. Otherwise, let's give it a try. So we're going to do that by coming back into the position for bridge pose. We'll do a quick little bridge pose. And then we are going to position the blocks so that they are behind us, so that they can support us. I'm going to lie on top of them. I'm going to show you how that's going to happen. So I'm going to bring my towel over here. I'm going to align myself. I've got my 2 blocks here. Now, let me put them here so that you can see. Get rid of my socks. I'm going to lie down slowly and carefully. And then, maybe you can't see there. Get that out of the way. Okay. Now I'm going to think about my alignment. Shift my pelvis up. Do a low bridge pose. That kind of helps me feel where I am. Tuck my chin in here. Low bridge. Good. Now I'm going to come up again. Let's see what we can make happen here. So here we go. So I adjust my blocks. Ta-da. Yeah. And then I'm going to have to do this a couple of times, but I have to think here also about my alignment. Okay, so I come down, and this block is clearly on my shoulder blades. And so I need to shift it a little backwards. And then I'm going to come here. And I'm going to have my head, the other block rests on the back of my head. I'm going to shift my legs out. I'm going to allow them to open. I'm going to open my hips, open my arms. I'm going to shift my head back. And voila, that's it. I'm going to breathe. I really kind of like this position. And if I want a little more, I can remove this and shift my head down and look back up. Look this way, extend the neck, and breathe. And I get a nice stretch in my thyroid. And that's it. Now, to come back up, I'm going to stick my head under here so I have some more support. I'm going to enjoy this position here for a little bit. And then I'm going to roll to my side. And I'm going to roll into the fetal position. And hey, guess what? I kind of like it here. So I think I'll stay here for a minute or so. And then I'm going to push my way up. Good. And I'm back in easy pose. How lovely. I'm going to stretch my neck again because I'm targeting my thyroid here. So now I'm going to tuck my neck in a little bit. I'm going to breathe in. I'm going to do a little Ujjayi breath, deep and out. Hold. Chin lock out. Let's do that again. Breathe in. Hold. Chin lock and out. Good. Great. Starting to feel a little bit calm. Now, before we end, we want to stimulate the digestive system and blood circulation with some gentle twists. So if you're pregnant or menstruating, don't do twists. Also, anyone with lower back problems should avoid twists. Everybody else, twist away. So we're going to sit gently in the middle of the mat, legs extended out. We're going to bend the right knee. Think about alignment. Pull that in as far as you can. It doesn't have to be pulled all the way in. It can be kind of out on the other side of your knee. And now we're going to take the left arm, going to grab the knee, and we're going to look backwards. I'm going to count to 1, 2, 3. Now, you should feel a bit of a Uddiyana Bhanga here, pulling in of the pelvis. Yeah? A little squeeze. So let's do the other side. So left knee in, right arm around the left, twist around to the back. Now, a little thing here we can do is look forward and then look up and look back. And we are squeezing our belly. So this is a bind. And breathe. And release. Let's do it again. Left leg. Twist around. Here we go. Two breaths. Look forward. And three. In. Out. Second side. Come around. Forward. Squeeze. And three. And voila. So, let's roll the shoulders back. Maybe a little rolling here of the wrists again. And we are going to take now into Shavasana. So now I'm going to tell you what we're going to do and then I'm going to show you. Yeah, so we're going to lie on your back in Shavasana, allowing your legs, your feet and your hips to roll out, your hands up. And we are going to tuck the shoulder blades under the body for support, tense our fingers and our toes, and then we are going to relax and breathe. So now I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to sit up and talk you through this, okay? So here we go. I'm going to sit back on the mat, and I'm going to get rid of my blocks because I don't really need them anymore. I'm also thinking about alignment, hips to knees, yeah? I'm going to slowly shift back. And now I'm done. I'm in Shavasana. My legs, my hips are open, my feet are open, my hands are open, and I'm just looking up, and I am not going to do anything else. I'm going to breathe naturally, move my toes around a little bit because I like that. My hands, squeeze my hands and toes, squeeze my shoulders in, squeeze my buttocks, hold, breathe, and then voila, relax, out we go. And here we are. Stay where you are. I am going to sit up and talk you through the last, talk you through the Shavasana. So here we are. Give yourself permission to release the attachments to your thoughts during this time. Allow your breath to return to normal and your thoughts to wander. Bring them back once you notice this happening. We will stay here for about 10 minutes. Now to come out of Shavasana, begin to deepen the breath, wiggle your fingers and toes, and slowly awaken your body. Stretch your arms over your head for a full body stretch. Bring the knees to the chest, squeeze and roll from side to side. Gently roll to one side in the fetal position and stay there for a while. Slowly return to easy pose. I hope you found this a peaceful and relaxing practice. Thank you for joining us. Repeat it whenever you like. Namaste.